Tesla CEO Elon Musk has been promising something special for the many Model 3 reservation holders who waited in line sight unseen to order the new electric vehicle. Deliveries have already started for months now with no sign of the something special, but now we learn that it will reportedly be a miniature die-cast version of the car. When Tesla started taking orders for the Model 3 on March 31, CEO Elon Musk confirmed that unlike Tesla's previous models, there will not be any signature reservation option for the Model 3. With the Model S and X, Tesla opened up 1,000 signature reservation spots per market for a $40,000 deposit, versus $5,000 for a regular reservation. A signature reservation assured that you would get the vehicle sooner than anyone in your market, and you also had the option to choose a special color called Signature Red to make your car stand out. While there were no signature reservations for the Model 3, Musk still promised something special for early reservation holders. It led many people to believe that it would be something to make the vehicle stand out as being one of the earliest ones reserved, but now several reports of Tesla retail employees confirming that it will actually be a miniature die-cast version of the Model 3. That's something that Musk actually mentioned almost 2 years ago. Tesla already sells a 1/18 scale die-cast of the Model S P100D on its website for $210. It's not clear if the Model 3 version will be 1/18 scale, but it will apparently be customizable to look like your specific Model 3 configurations, which only means matching color and wheels right now.
There has been a lot of talk about what the fate of Tesla will be when the big legacy automakers start producing EVs in earnest. With their century of experience and established production lines, they will roll over Tesla. They will show how real car makers take a new model through production. We can actually compare Tesla to a very experienced car maker bringing a comparable electric car to production. This is the Chevy Bolt from GM. Only, in this case, it is not the big experienced car maker with lots of cash that thrashes Tesla, it is the other way around. While still struggling to get production bug-free, Tesla already delivers more electric cars to customers than GM. And it is not because there is no demand for the Bolt. There are tens of thousands prospective Chevy Bolt customers in Canada, South Korea, and Europe, but, unfortunately, GM cannot deliver. In July 2017, at its start of production, Tesla was probably in the same place as GM was in March 2016 when it started Bolt pre-production. The production equipment was installed, the suppliers could deliver the parts, the workers had to be trained, and the equipment configured. It took GM 9 months to deliver the first batch of Bolts to customers, and GM was praised for delivering a great car. It took Tesla about 6 months to deliver the first batch to customers, and the critics had a field day. The talks of failure and broken promises filled the airwaves. Tesla clearly does not have a production scaling problem. It accomplished in 6 months what GM did in 9 months. The Prairie debacle was purely badly managed expectations and a communications problem. Musk took a big risk by calling the start of Model 3 assembly line configuration start of Model 3 production. In the future, Tesla should only create the hype about their products, but stay mute on the timelines.
Honda has signaled its intention to sell majoritarily hybrid, plug-in hybrid, electric and even fuel cell vehicles by 2030. In recent years, the company has made several unsuccessful attempts to gain traction in the green vehicle market. Its models were technically interesting but did not attract large numbers of buyers. Now, the company has wiped the slate clean and started over with the Clarity, a mid-size sedan offered in 3 versions: 100% electric, plug-in hybrid and fuel cell. For the moment, only the second of these will be sold in Canada. Honda has concluded, as did Hyundai with its ION IQ, that incorporating different powertrains on 3 more or less identical models built on the same platform, can reduce costs and speed up the production process. The Clarity is one of the first incarnations of this strategy. When the Honda Clarity was first unveiled, the general reaction was that its shape was a little off-putting. In truth, while it does seem like a bit of an odd duck in photos, the car acquits itself better up close and in the flesh. Imagine an Accord, but made more aerodynamic. Without delving too much into details, several elements of the chassis are designed to maximize airflow and reduce the coefficient of drag, helping reduce fuel and energy consumption. The underbody, for example, features a plate that directs air to the rear. As the vehicle is somewhat hefty overall, Honda engineers had to get creative and come up with effective technical solutions, elegance be damned. In any event, beauty is, as they say, in the eye of the beholder. The interior of the Clarity is spacious, its finishing exemplary. It passes the basic but valid litmus test of making you feel like you're sitting in a much more expensive car. Another eyebrow-raising idea was to have the gears of the automatic transmission be accessible via buttons on this console. You get used to it, but it seems like a solution in search of a problem. On a more positive note, the central armrest opens to reveal a fairly spacious storage space. Over time you do get accustomed to the interior's slightly off-kilter ergonomics. There is one feature that never ceased to aggravate, however. Every time you want to adjust the audio system's volume, you need to go through the touchscreen to get to the right command, since the volume button is, well, non-existent. There is none. Cuss-inducing, for sure. Its shape might be controversial, and its ergonomics might be irritating, but the Honda Clarity plug-in hybrid does feature virtually irreproachable mechanics, easily among the most sophisticated in the category. For starters, it runs on a 1.5L Atkinson cycle combustion engine generating 103 horsepower, complemented by a 181 horsepower electric motor. Total output is 212 horsepower. Now, I'm pretty lame at math and all, but if I count that on my fingers, 103 plus 181 should equal 284 horses. The difference here is due mainly to the interaction of the two motors, which never make simultaneous use of their maximal power. In some situations the electric motor works at capacity. At other times it's the gasoline engine. And sometimes the two work in conjunction with each other. The CVT-type transmission includes 3 possible drive modes, Eco, Normal and Sport, and in general it helps deliver good acceleration and smooth gear changes. The Clarity also incorporates other advanced systems that serve to manage the power delivered by each engine and regenerate the battery when braking. This last feature can be programmed using the paddles affixed on the steering wheel. Overall, if you put aside the issues of looks and ergonomics, which are after all subjective questions, the Clarity does have many positive qualities. And of course, there are the government incentives offered in 3 provinces: $8,000 in Quebec, $14,000 in Ontario and $5,000 in BC, that provide another solid argument in its favor. These rebates bring the Clarity into near price parity with the top trim Accord.
Batteries are really what Tesla is all about, not the media-loving, mass-market Model 3, not roadsters, not Falcon Wing doors, and certainly not the Hyperloop. Batteries are the keys to completing a worldwide transition to a clean energy economy, and Tesla, with all its entrees to date into increased battery storage capacity, will really have to step up its game to dominate the market share, as CEO Elon Musk has publicly envisioned. During Tesla's recent Q4 2017 conference call, following the release of the February 7th shareholder letter, CEO Elon Musk said that the company put a lot of attention on other things and just got too comfortable with our ability to do battery modules because we've been doing that since the start of the company. Overlooking the importance of batteries is a significant strategic error, and one which Tesla needs to quickly and efficiently remedy. Tesla has had to reduce its Model 3 production targets, in part because of issues with battery manufacturing. During the Q4 conference call, Ryan Brinkman of JP Morgan Securities noted that Tesla has pressing concerns to unclog Model 3 production bottlenecks in Fremont or at the battery module line in Reno. Elon Musk responded, "Our understanding of manufacturing has improved dramatically. We can think of a huge number of ways to make it far better, far more efficient. I'm really excited about how much we're learning about manufacturing." Tesla is experiencing a tremendous learning curve as it produces the essential batteries to power clean technology of various kinds. Employees involved in battery production told CNBC that the company was assembling batteries by hand as recently as December 2017. At the time, they were skeptical that Tesla could accomplish its revised goals and manufacture 5,000 Model 3s per week by June 2018. Tesla maintains that it was on track to meet those goals. But its shareholder letter indicates a wariness to share the targets too optimistically since they have already been delayed several months. Tesla said, "We continue to target weekly Model 3 production rates of 2,500 by the end of Q1 and 5,000 by the end of Q2, but our prior experience on the Model 3 ramp has demonstrated the difficulty of accurately forecasting specific production rates at specific points in time." Deepak Ahuja, Tesla's CFO, added during the conference call that in addition to the Model 3, the company needs to focus on our infrastructure spend like superchargers, stores, service centers. "We want to significantly increase the service capacity. We want to significantly increase our supercharging capacity. Supercharging is imperative until such a time when batteries can hold enough charge to make recharging a good rather than essential decision when all electric vehicles are on the road." USA Today reported that Musk blamed the company's underwhelming Model 3 production partially on an unidentified supplier that failed to live up to expectations, causing insufficient production of the critical lithium-ion batteries made at Tesla's Reno, Nevada factory. Musk told investors in November, "It's our fault for picking the wrong supplier and then not realizing it until way later in the game." The molasses-like production of Model 3 electric cars was trickier than anticipated due to battery module assembly difficulties. An individual cell is the fundamental building block of a battery, and each is fewer than 3 inches long and smaller than 1 inch in diameter. As the battery charges, positively charged lithium ions move from the cathode to the anode through an electrolyte solution in the battery cell. The electrons gather on the anode, at the negative side, and the reverse takes place when the battery is discharged. The electrons move through external circuits that can provide power to thousands of homes, businesses, or electric vehicles. Tesla's enormous battery factory, about 5.5 million square feet, in Nevada, called the Gigafactory or Gigafactory 1, is key to Tesla's future. Once at full capacity, Tesla reportedly expects the Gigafactory to introduce production cost cuts for lithium-ion electric vehicle batteries and energy storage products by some 30%, compared to pre-Gigafactory batteries. Such production savings will occur once the Gigafactory is fully operational in 2018 by using economies of scale, innovative manufacturing, reduction of waste, and the simple optimization of locating most manufacturing process under one roof. The degree to which the general public embraces all-electric transportation is contingent upon those batteries, how much energy storage a vehicle possesses, as well as whether the vehicle/fleet owner can generate enough energy in a private storage system. That returns us to the battery dilemma.